What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Trey Sense here. Got a little bit of a cologne review for you, or as I like to say it, a discussion. I was able to get out today because I had some errands I had to run. So while I was out running those errands, I decided to make a few stops. And of course, I hit the usual suspects up: Ross, TJ Maxx, and a surprise. I went by Old Navy and picked up me some sea salt and fig. Now, I like this fragrance. And the reason I like this fragrance is very simple, because it's very simple. If I were to start my own cologne company, say that 3 times fast. If I were to start my own cologne fragrance company today, I think my bottles would look something like this. Easy, simplistic, nothing over the top, easy to store. Let's focus on the juice inside type of bottle. I like the fact that the cap is snug on there, which means you can pick it up by the cap and you don't have to worry about dropping it. I like the fact that it's a small bottle, which means it's going to store easy, and that makes it easy to travel with. And when I go on vacation this summer, or this late fall, early fall, late summer, I'll probably be taking this with me because we always go to the beach. So I'll probably take this with me and not worry about it. If I leave it in the car, if I leave it in the hotel room, or drop it and break it, it's $12. That's what I paid for this. 30 ml, 1 ounce was 12 bucks. And it's hard to go wrong with that price on a fragrance. Now, I don't think it's going to project all that well. It just seems very soft. Projection on it, I'm going to say, is about 1.5 hours. I'll have to be fair, I haven't worn it yet. I think the projection on it is going to be about 1.5 hours. And I'm guessing probably about 3.5 to 4 hours of longevity, which is, hey, this is an Old Navy fragrance for $12. It's not bad. So if you get any projection and longevity out of it, you should be, honestly, in my opinion, you should be happy, because the fragrance does smell nice. That fig comes through in the top and it's really, really sweet. And that dry down is what it says, sea salt. So you got a sweet fig opening and a nice salty dry down, which is very soothing and very relaxing. And I like that out of my fragrances in the summertime. It's hot, you know, things get a little difficult sometimes. I get a lot of relief through my fragrance. Nice hot shower, spray on me something that smells good, and just relax and just forget about it. And that's what this is. This is a blind, dumb reach, easy reach. Just, you know what, I've had a stressful day. I just want to chill. That's what this is. Very nice smelling fragrance for the price. I recommend it. I think you'll enjoy it. If you like either fig fragrances or sea salt fragrances, I think you'll like this one. All right, picked up another one today. And that one that I picked up, the other one that I picked up today is Eternity Aqua. And I really like this fragrance as well. Cannot wait to wear this. It's got the note of cucumber in it, and it is very present. You can tell it throughout the top. Very strong cologne in the sense of, I feel like it's going to be one that performs well in the heat. When I say strong, I don't mean strong as in like an old school powerhouse. I mean strong as I think it's going to hold up. I think it's going to perform better than the sea salt and fig. And it's nice. It puts me in the mind again of those old familiar fragrances, the Versace's, the Nauticas. It reminds me a lot of Polo Blue. Yeah, it's what comes to mind. Reminds me a lot of Polo Blue. Again, I haven't worn this yet because I just picked it up today, but I like it. That cucumber is in there, that citrus is in there, and you can tell it off the top. Again, I think this is one that's going to project. I think this one's going to give you about 2+ hours of projection, with probably about 5 to 6 hours of longevity. I see this one hanging around. And again, this is a safe scent. I could see somebody wearing this one every day to the office, to work, because I just can't see this offending anybody. Also, I think it's one that you can go liberal on the sprays with. Yeah, and that's going to help the longevity and the performance. I don't see this offending anybody. Nice fragrance. I opted for the 1 ounce, and this came in. I got this for $16.99, TJ Maxx. And I opted for the 1 ounce because, honestly, I don't really need this in that big of a bottle. I was at Ross earlier, and I saw the same thing in a gift set. They had 3.4 ounce bottle, and it had a travel thing that looks like it goes in a wallet or something. It just looks like, I don't know. It was square, small, like you squeezed it. It had that and a shower gel and I think an aftershave for $39, which probably was the better buy. But I don't need 3.4 ounces of this for $40. I would much rather pay $15 to $16 for 1 ounce of decent juice than $40, because that allows me room to buy other fragrances. That allows me money to buy other fragrances. Plus, fitting them in my collection can be difficult, because if I can get it in a smaller bottle at this point, I'm gonna get it in a smaller bottle, because it's just much easier to store this than a 3.4 ounce. And again, I can definitely see me packing this on vacation along with, like I said, the sea salt and fig and a couple of my samples and going on and being absolutely fine and being good on vacation or anywhere that I'm traveling and not have to worry about it. Again, that's Eternity Aqua by Calvin Klein. I like this house. I think they're underrated. I think they made some really, really nice summertime fragrances for the cheap. And this happens to be one of them. Like I said, I can see this being somebody's signature scent. Definitely an office scent, a daytime scent. Wouldn't necessarily wear this at night on a date or anything like that. You could, but I wouldn't. That's just me personally. But during the day, going to work or running errands, or you got any daytime activity, going to a family cookout, I think this would be right in line with that. Great smelling fragrance. That's Eternity Aqua by Calvin Klein, $16.99 for a 1 ounce bottle. Love it. All right, and to my surprise of the day and my scent of the day, this is Amaris Adventure. I think this is the third bottle that I've bought from this house. I'm trying to think of the other two. One of them I know was Tuscan, was one of them, and I ended up giving that to my dad for Father's Day because I liked the lemon in it, but I just felt like it was too dated. The other was Havana, and it's a powerhouse fragrance. It smells really good, but it is very strong. This one, now this bad boy right here, look at that juice. And it smells like you would think it does. It smells like something great for the summertime. This, to me, is a gentleman's fragrance. Why, you may ask? Because it smells good, but it's not overpowering. It is very gentlemanly. It's very in your personal space is where you're gonna have to be to smell this one. This one's not gonna push out across the room. It's not gonna project, 2 or 3 doors down, and it's a cuddle scent. It's right in your personal space. But honestly, that's where a good cologne needs to be. This reminds me of something from the House of Penguin, or something. Let's see, yeah, it reminds me of one of the Penguin Nightcap. I think that's the one it reminds me of, Penguin Nightcap. It's along those lines because it's got a great citrus note up top, and then it just settles down really, really quickly. It is not harsh when you spray it. It comes out very smooth, very well blended. I will be buying more of these fragrances. Amaris, I think I'm saying that right, makes a lot of different fragrances. This one is Adventure. Now I did pay $24 for this, which is a little on the expensive side, but if you like these type of fragrances, then you will. As somebody once told me, $24 may be a lot, but if you don't like it, you can take it back. So there it is. I do like it. It smells good. It's very gentlemanly, very inoffensive. Nobody's going to complain about this scent at all. It is masculinity mixed with citrus, and that's the best way to describe it. It has lavender listed in the notes. I'll be honest, I do not pick up on the lavender. I don't pick up on the lavender at all. I do pick up on the citrus, and it doesn't have cucumber listed as a note, but that's just what I get, something fresh like that in there. But I think this is one that everybody should add to their collection if you get a chance. I understand $24 can be a little bit pricey, but if you're looking for something very safe, very inoffensive, very gentlemanly, that sits, if you like fragrances that sit close to the skin, I don't know what I just did there. If you like fragrances that sit close to the skin, then you'll like this one because it does. I think it's a great smelling fragrance. I'm happy to add these 3 to my collection. It seems like here lately, every time I go out looking, they seem to have something that I like. And you know, here lately I've kind of been on a spending spree, but luckily for myself, nothing has been really expensive, so I haven't broke the bank on anything. But Amaris Adventure, very safe, very gentlemanly fragrance, safe for any occasion, I think. Citrus but manly, nice fragrance. And that came in about $25 for a 3.4 ounce. Eternity Aqua by Calvin Klein, and it smells just like it looks. Very blue, very similar to fragrances from the House of Nautica. Very similar to Polo Blue and Polo, was it Ultra Blue? Polo, I think it's Ultra Blue. Very similar to those fragrances. Very nice, very clean, very safe, easy to wear. Just nice fragrance. It smells more expensive than what it is. That doesn't smell like a $16 fragrance. And last but not leastly, recapping, is that Kindred Goods? It's in cursive, so it's kind of hard to read. Kindred Goods, sea salt and fig, and this is sold at Old Navy. I imagine you could get it online. This is a very great, very nice fragrance. It's a perfume concentration. I forgot to mention. It's not strong like most perfume concentrations, but I do think it's a pretty good fragrance, and I think you'll enjoy it. If you get a chance, I think you should add all 3 of these to your collection because they're very nice fragrances for the spring, late spring, early summer, early fall, high heat type fragrances. I think they'll do wonderful, and I think they'll do you good. And I think you'll like all 3 of them. I'm going to enjoy wearing them. I will do an update in the comments once I get a chance to wear them about how they performed and whatever. Like I said, this is my scent of the day. Since I've gotten home and freshened up, this is the one that I'm rocking now, and I like it. It's a gentleman's fragrance. All right, guys. Man, I hope this video has been useful and informative to you guys. If you have any familiarity with these fragrances, like always, hey, let's talk about it. You know, because you can tell me some things and I can tell you some things. Let's talk about them, man. I like them all. I think they all are good fragrances for the price point. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think about them. If you have them, or if you have fragrances that are similar to them, let me know. I'm always looking for that inexpensive summertime fragrance. It's hot down here in Alabama, man. So I need something to cool me off. All right, guys. Like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, we'll see you guys. Peace. Have a good day.